Air transport is fundamental for the socio-economic development of the world.
This is a great opportunity for a country like India hosting the Asia Pacific region, which is the most booming civil aviation sector in the whole world.
I use India as an example of what aviation can do for the economy.
India has put civil aviation on top priority as a key element for the socio-economic development of the country.
Generally, people are looking to India in a very positive light, and that's very encouraging.
The aviation policies in India are incredible in terms of investment.
I think there's huge opportunities for India, not just in the airline segment, but in the wider aviation segment.
We are trying to showcase our success through the conference to all the countries so that they also have something to learn, something to look forward towards India.
So if we talk about India, India is the fastest growing aviation sector. So how you see India's growth in this?
India is doing, let's say, aviation policies in India are incredible in terms of investment. India has put civil aviation on top priority as a key element for the socio-economic development of the country. So what we see is that in practical terms, India is investing in terms of infrastructure, is investing in terms of the development of airlines, is investing in terms of sustainability. The announcement that has been made regarding the introduction of sustainable aviation fuel and the gradual increase in perfect synchronization with the global framework adopted by ICAO last year in Dubai is very positive. So the growth rate in India will be very, very high in next years, but what is important is that India is addressing the challenges that are safety, security, and the sustainability in the proper way. According to ICAO forecast, in next 5 years, Asia Pacific will grow with a growth rate of 9% per year on average, while the rest of the world will grow with a growth rate with 6% per year. So this is already an indication that this region will develop faster than other regions of the world. Of course, it's a region that in the past was not growing as other mature, let's say, markets, and now is catching up. What is relevant is not just the growth that is important, but also the high level of safety and security that must be achieved. On average, the region must make some improvements because there are particularly the small countries that are need support, need cooperation. This is let's say, the role of this conference, to foster cooperation, the collaboration amongst states, so that those that have been progressing more can support the others.
So the first meeting in Beijing to the journey now in India, how do you see it? And in this gap that you had thanks to COVID, the long lull, 6 years, now that we're meeting in person, how is it interacting with all the members?
Well, we are progressing on the same line since the Beijing Declaration. Let's remind that in the middle there has been the pandemic. So what is irrelevant is that what were the ambitions of the Beijing Declaration are being pursued, notwithstanding the pandemic, and being reinforced. There are some elements that were not present in the Beijing Declaration that are present in this new declaration. So what is relevant is that this is a reinforcement of the Beijing Declaration with let's say, a larger vision and the strategy for the future.
The role that India is playing and will play in the future of the industry, because I think it's a great example of that combination and the close connection between the growth of the airline industry and economic growth. So I think generally people are looking to India in a very positive light, and that's very encouraging. So I think when we host the AGM here, which is hosted by Indigo next year, you'll see a lot of interest, a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm around India. So I'm certainly looking forward to it.
So how you see India's growth in these sectors?
Yeah, I think it's great. I've pointed to India. Everywhere I go in the world, I use India as an example of what aviation can do for the economy. And, we've witnessed significant growth in the domestic market here in India. I believe the opportunity for the future here is really exciting. And when I look at the demographics of this country and listen to the aspirations that the government and the people have for the economic development and growth in India, that can happen with the growth in aviation. The connectivity that is provided, and you've heard the Minister say it today, the connectivity that is provided will facilitate economic growth, will facilitate job creation, and I think there's huge opportunities for India, not just in the airline segment, but in the wider aviation segment, including, as the Minister said, in MRO, maintenance, repair and overhaul. I think that's a real opportunity for this country.
We are very happy and honored that India is hosting the second Asia Pacific Ministerial Conference. This is a great opportunity for a country like India hosting the Asia Pacific region, which is the most booming civil aviation sector in the whole world. Almost 3.5 billion passengers by 2035 is the target. So there is a lot of collaboration that needs to be done in the region, and this platform, this conference is going to facilitate for that. Today was the first day and opening day, and we have seen a lot of energy and enthusiasm coming from all the countries who have participated. And on top of that, we are also excited that tomorrow, in the plenary session, our Honorable Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi ji, is also going to participate in this conference and give his valuable suggestions. And the overall aim for this conference is to learn more about safe travel, secure travel, and also to factor in the climate change that is happening across the globe. And how does civil aviation be a responsible partner towards it? So there is a lot of talk on sustainability also happening. So these are some of the areas, these are some of the subjects that the conference will discuss on. And we are trying to achieve with, arrive with the Delhi Declaration. So the previous conference happened in 2018, and there was Beijing, it was happened in Beijing, and there is a Beijing Declaration. And because of COVID, we couldn't have an earlier conference, but we are very happy that it is happening today. And after this conference, we are going to arrive at the Delhi Declaration, which is going to be a guiding document for all the participating countries. In whatever decisions have been taken today, we have to be abided by it. We have to be combinedly trying to achieve the targets that we have set forward.
Did you have any dialogues regarding our bilateral air service rights with the member nations?
We are in fact having some discussions with other countries also, not at the stage of bilaterals, but there are a lot of courtesy meetings that are happening. People have come in, flew in from different countries, and there are civil aviation ministers also who have come in to participate as a gesture of courtesy. They have been meeting me, and some have requested also for bilateral. So in the coming days, or in the coming months, we are going to sit down together in a different forum and then discuss on them.
What is the guiding principle in taking this liberalizing rights or not, whether we should give more access or not?
Regarding the bilaterals? No, bilaterals, the only concept India has today is that we need to develop our own aviation hubs. Let it be the metropolitan cities or any other cities that we have. The aviation should cater around the hubs, and that is one principle. And the second is we have to encourage our own Indian carriers also. People who are registered in India, we want to give them a priority. So these two will be the guiding objectives for us. On top of that, if any country wants to facilitate more travel between us, and we have been open before also, and we will take that guiding principle forward.
So taking the Beijing Declaration forward, what are you trying to work on from the Beijing Declaration that is going to be new in the Delhi Declaration?
No, Beijing Declaration, already most of the objectives, because of the vision of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, we have achieved most of it. And right now, if you see within India also, civil aviation is the most growing sector in the country today. We are one of the top contributors towards the GDP, and also the kind of job creation that is being generated in civil aviation, we are taking it much more seriously. So this conference, we are thinking about not just improving on what we have built over the last 10 years, and we are looking at, like I said, sustainability. There is a talk around sustainable aviation fuel, and we have already set a mandate for ourselves, India, that by 2027, 1% blending of SAF will be done for international flights, and that will be improved to 2% by 28 and 5% by 2030. So we need to have a direction and a sense of consensus to achieve that sustainability. And in terms of innovation, we are bringing in You have seen DigiYatra also, which has been launched. So we are sharing our knowledge also in civil aviation with the other partners in Asia Pacific. So there is a lot of exchange of know-how. So we have been bringing the technological innovations that our country has done, and on top of that, the UDAN scheme that has improved the regional connectivity, that has been groundbreaking in civil aviation in the country. So we are sharing that with the other countries also, because a lot of the countries in Asia Pacific region share the common diversity that we have within India. So we are trying to showcase our success through the conference to all the countries, so that they also have something to learn, something to look forward towards India. And in the future, in terms of infrastructure also, we have a very ambitious plan of, right now we have 157 airports in the country operating, and we want to take it up 200 more. We want to build 350, 400 airports, take the number up to 350, 400 by Viksit Bharat time, which is 2047. So we have a big plan in this. So this conference is going to help us discuss some of the common goals that all these countries have, and we are going to work towards in achieving them.